What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we're going to talk about this NBA Eastern Conference Finals matchup between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers, played on this great Memorial Day, man. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. This game's going to be at 8 p.m. East Coast time, and by then, everybody should have had some good barbecue and be ready to sit down and enjoy a game. All right, so the line did open up at Boston minus 7.5, over under 222.5. The line has since moved down. Now it's Boston minus 7, and the over unders moved up to 223. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this matchup and how we got to the point where the Pacers are possibly going to get swept here. You know, I mean, it's the inevitable, man. It's the inevitable. I mean, a lot of people want to say these things are rigged and that this, that, and the third. And they're trying to say that there's like the NBA needs to make this money off of this, that, and the third. Man, the NBA does not care about this. The NBA gets paid regardless. The NBA gets paid regardless, man. These contracts are signed, and the more games, yes, you get more ad revenue. But at the end of the day, the actual contract and the major payment has already been paid. That's how ownership is able to pay these players what these players get paid and make a profit. You know, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand how people don't understand that. But anyway, that's me getting on a tangent, guys. All right, so we got here because in game one, the Pacers came out and they took them to overtime, man. Celtics ended up winning 133 to 128. First quarter, Boston scored 34 points. Indiana scored 31. So Boston won the first quarter. Then second quarter, Pacers came back. They scored 33 points to Boston's 30. All right, so it was a back and forth little battle at that point. Then third quarter, Boston outscored them 30 to 29. Fourth quarter, Pacers outscored them 24-23. That's what forced it to overtime. But when overtime came, man, it was all about mistakes at key points, man. Like Jaylen Brown hitting that three, okay, first and foremost in the corner, and Siakam not fouling him, or like it's just so many different things you can call out in that game. So many different things, you know what I mean? But anyway, so in overtime, Pacers did score 11 points, but Boston scored 16 points, and that's why the game ended up being 133 to 128. We all know Halliburton led the game for the Pacers, 25 points, 8 of 18 shooting, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Jason Tatum had 36 points, 12 for 26 from the field goal, and 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of people were saying at this point in time that this was the Pacers' best opportunity to win, and I didn't really believe it because of the fact that how many turnovers the Pacers had. They had 22 turnovers, and this is a team that doesn't turn the ball over like that. So it's I didn't expect them to keep turning the ball over like that. And they did it all the way throughout the series, man. Of course, in that game, the Pacers shot 53% from the field. Boston shot 47.5. Pacers shot 37.1% from three. Boston shot 33% from three. But those 22 turnovers to 15 turnovers is what killed them. Even though they had one more rebound, you can't turn the ball over that many times, man. Like, and we all knew, yes, they probably weren't going to shoot 53% from the field again. Or were they? Because when you get to game two, okay, the Celtics did run them out the stadium, 126 to 110. All right, first quarter, Pacers came out. They scored 27 points. Boston had 25. Second quarter, Pacers scored 24 points. Boston had 32. Okay. Third quarter, Boston scored 36 points to the Pacers 29, and in the fourth quarter, Boston scored 33 points to the Pacers 30. So after that first quarter, when they let them get with them, they literally just smacked them around for the rest of the game, guys. End of the game score was 126 to 110. Siakam had 28 points, shooting 13 for 17, no free throws. But Jaylen Brown came out and scored 40 points, man. 14 to 27 shooting, 8 to 11 from the free throw line. And then the Pacers came out and they shot over 50% from the field again. They shot 52.4% from the field. Boston shot 53.4% from the field. Pacers shot 37.9% from three. Boston shot 40.5% from three, guys. And then the Pacers had 16 turnovers, which was less than the last game. Okay, but Boston only had 12 turnovers. And then Boston out-rebounded them 40 to 37, you know what I mean? And then you go ahead and you get to game three, right? So in game three, okay, we had, if I remember correctly, I told y'all, Boston money line, okay, Pacers with the points, Boston over their team total of 113.5, and total game over. You can go look, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's already like I told you, you can go look. Just go look. You know what I mean? So anyway, so the Celtics, they came out and they scored 32 points in the first quarter. Pacers scored 31 points in the first quarter. Then the second quarter, Pacers did their thing. They scored 38 points in the second quarter, man, to Boston's only 25. But here's the problem, man. The problem is that in the third quarter, Boston scored 24 points to the Pacers 21, and in the third quarter, Boston scored 33 points to the Pacers 21. They gave up a double-digit lead in that game. There was no Tyrese Halliburton, you know what I mean? So, I don't even know. Like, it's just most of the world, okay, believed that this series was going to go at least 5 or 6 games. Can the Pacers win the game today? I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't think so. I'm not going to bet Pacers money line. I mean, if I was going to take Pacers, I was going to have to take them with some points. I'm just going to give that away right now. You know what I mean? If I was going to take some points in this game, I'm not going to take Boston giving up no 7. All right? But I'm also, that's a lean. My surefire bets, guys, and I'm going to give you these last numbers so that you can understand why I get here, and I'm going to tell you who's injured and this and that and the third, but yeah, we'll save that. So Boston, they shot 47% from the field in this game. Pacers shot 50.5% from the field this game. Boston shot 34.8% from 3. Pacers shot 22.7% from 3. Boston only turned the ball over 8 times. Pacers only turned the ball over 11 times. It's like, how Tyrese Halliburton out the game and you turn the ball over less, that shocks me. Okay. Then the Pacers out-rebounded them 43-36. But look how poor Pacers shot from 3. Like, you can't shoot 22.7% from 3 and think you're going to beat the Boston Celtics if you're going to shoot that volume of 3s. Okay, you can't shoot that many 3s. You got to learn how to slow the game down. It's like I told you on the last video. That's the Pacers' problem. They don't understand how to slow the game down when the game needs to slow down, whether Tyrese Halliburton plays or not. Okay, they just don't understand that, man. You know, the Boston Celtics have won 6 straight games and will make their second finals appearance in the last 3 years with a win right here, guys. All right, the Celtics are 5-0 straight up on the road in these playoffs. All right, the Celtics, we all know what they're doing out there as far as averaging points, even though I will give that to you. But the Pacers have lost 6 of their last 10 games and need to force this win, guys, to go to the Game 5 on Wednesday. Do I think that's possible? I mean, the Pacers are 6-1 straight up at home in these playoffs. So this loss was the first time they've lost at home in these playoffs. But then, like I said, look who they played. They played a banged-up Knicks. Okay? They played a banged-up Giannis. Okay? And with no Giannis, actually. Banged-up Dame and Milwaukee Bucks. Like, their path to get to this point in the Eastern Conference it's been through an injury mass unit, man. Okay? Now, even right now, they're getting to play a banged-up Boston. Boston's Drew Holiday's questionable with an illness that he's been ailing from, and nobody knows if he's going to play today. Porzingis is still out, dealing with that right calf strain, because why have him play? You're up 3-0. Okay? Cornette's questionable with a wrist. Dealing with a wrist sprain injury. It's unclear if he's going to play. And we all know Tyrese Halliburton's questionable with the left leg soreness. We all know it's the hamstring. So Lord knows if he'll be able to push it. And even if he does push it, what's he going to really contribute to the game, guys? All right. So right now the Boston Celtics are 8-2 straight up in the last 10 times that they played this team. The Pacers are 6-4 against the spread in the last 10, and 7 to the over and 3 to the under in the last 10 times these two teams have matched up, guys. Like, you can see the numbers over here. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overs straight. Okay, they played 5 straight overs. Then they had 2 unders and then an over. Okay, like, it's just, you have to, when you see those types of things, you got to look at the trends. Also look at the fact that Boston is 7-3 to the over right now, and they're within this 9-1 run in their last 10 games. Okay, which is all playoff games. All right, now they are 5-5 against the spreads because they don't cover, but at the end of the day, it's their trend to the over. Then you look at the Pacers, same thing, 7 to the over, 3 to the under in the last 10. So you got to understand, and that they do play over games, and then also look, it's 6-4 against the spread, so they do cover. They care about covering a little bit, but they cover because they get points a lot of times. Boston ain't getting no points from nobody. Boston's giving up a lot of money to everybody all playoffs, man. Okay, and the Pacers are 4-6 in their last 10 games. All right, so they're trending to a losing team, man. Like at the end of the day, when you look at what these two teams have done in their last 10, that tells you a lot about where a team sits. Now in the playoffs, straight up, Boston's 11-2, Pacers are 8-8. Okay, as an away favorite, Boston's 31-12 on the season, and as a home underdog, Pacers are 8-5. Straight up, okay. Boston against the spread in the playoffs is 7-6. Pacers are 9-7. You know, but that's because of the look at the point spreads Boston gives up, guys. And then as an away favorite, they're 21-19-3 all the way up until this point on the year. And the Pacers as a home underdog are 9-3-1. All right, so they cover when they get points at home, guys, and that's. You know, that's why I said that you can't look at the Pacers, okay, if you want to take the points, all right, especially in this desperation situation. Now, playoffs are in the playoffs. Boston's played 8-5, so 8 overs, 5 unders, and the Pacers have played 11 overs and 5 unders. All right, so like I said, you can always lean to the over on this one, guys, to just get some easy money there. You know, like. Especially in this situation. As the away favorite, Boston's 22, 20, and 21. So that's 22 to the over and 21 to the under. Whereas as a home underdog, Pacers are 9 to the over and 4 to the under in the times that they played this situation all year long. All year long. That's what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Now, situation in the last 3 games, Boston's averaging 124.3 points per game and only giving up 116.3, whereas the Pacers it's the inverse. You know what I mean? It's the 116 to 124 game that you're playing. So Boston's winning by an average of 8 points a game in the last 3 games that they have played these Pacers throughout this series, guys. The series is 124.3 points for Boston, 116.3 for the Pacers. You know what I mean? Lean it all the way to the over on that, guys. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, so I basically gave you what I like, man. I'm playing my team total, Boston team total over, like I always do. I'm gonna play the game over. I'm gonna take Boston money line and the over. I might even take Pacers with the points in the over. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways you can look at this. I'll post what I play. You know what I mean? You'll see it, but. There's so many different variations you can get paid on this one, but I mean, the strongest play is to just take the over or just take Boston's team total over. I know it crept over that barely last game, but if you take the total game over, the 222, if you can get it back at that right now, you'll be good. Trust me, take that over. All right, just take that. You're good. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, man. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Peace.